discussing about the same shloka again and again. Which verse? Which verse? So far, how much do you remember of it? There are commentaries describing about Krishna, Radha Parv, or about Srimati Radhika, or about Madhurya Bhav, or opulence mood, Aishwarya Bhav. I've been trying to describe them. Vishwanath Chakravarti and the Goswamis, they describe a very deep meaning of this first verse of the Srimad Bhagavatam. So Janma Adi, it's indicating Madhurya Rasa, Shringara-rasa. So the source of all the rasas is the conjugal mellows, Shringara-rasa. Pastimes of Krishna, directly or indirectly, means but with meeting or separation. Now directly or indirectly the Lilas are nourished. So we are discussing this. So Bhagavan is the Ashraya and Vishaya of all the rasas. But still, he's always, generally he stays more in the Vishaya mood, enjoyer. Shastra explains, Akala Purush Krishna Arsa Bhavartya. There is only one enjoyer, Krishna. Everyone else is a servant. Purush means the supreme enjoyer. Supreme enjoyer. Except for Krishna, all of the tattvas, they are enjoying. Even Srimati Radhika also. Bhagavan, with his, like how he leads with his blink of his eyes, he's controlling everyone. Generally seen, Everything in this world takes place with the desire of Lord. The Jivas are performing the actions, but who is making them perform the actions is Bhagavan. Just like a puppet. A puppet is bound by ropes, and the puppets are controlled by a puppeteer. Puppets will move according to the puppeteer's desire. So the Supreme Lord of all the unlimited universes is Swayam Bhagavan. And he's relishing Lila Ras. So he's relishing and also making the devotees relish the same rasa. Everything that Krishna does, everything is Durbhitakaka means something which is completely beyond our imagination, thought, intelligence, grasp of thought. Why Lord does these kind of things? There's no answer. Why does he does what he does? There's no answer. Even though there is the cause and effect theory, every cause has a consequence. For example, why does it rain? Because it's hot. So we say the cause of that event. The weather broadcast, they do some calculation, forecast according to how much heat is there and how much rain will probably fall. Because every cause has an effect, every event has a cause. But for Lord, you cannot apply this cause and effect because He is completely independent. So why did He create these all universes? If we shut our eyes and meditate upon this subject, if we think about it, why did God create the universes? What is the reason of it? If we try to find a cause, then we'll come to the conclusion, He is just Lila Purush, performing pastimes, that's it. Just to relish ras and make others relish ras. But actually for God, you cannot use this thing like cause and effect, reason for something. To establish according to the philosophy, we're saying like this. But actually, Bhagavan is completely independent. Swatantra Swachhamay Purush. Just like a boy, imagine a boy is playing with some sand or mud. Have you done this in your childhood? Maybe you haven't done it because you live in city, but those who live in villages, they are making some pots and everything from mud. They're playing with the mud, like building some things. But what is this? Why the boy is playing like this? There's no reason why the boys are playing with the mud and these girls building some things with the mud. In the same way, Lord is also like this. Lila Purush. Lila Purushottam. He's performing pastimes. Jata Arvakam. Arvakam means a boy, just like a boy. What is the reason for Krishna performing the Ras Lila? Actually, he was doing the Ras Lila with himself. Just like a boy. Playing with his own shadow. So in the same way, Bhagavan, He is Swatantra Swachhamay Purush, complete independent, supreme personality. His activities actually are you cannot understand them. Incomprehensible. Parikshit Maharaj asked one question. Jadupati Bhagavan Shri Krishna, he performed the Ras Lila with the Gopis. But what is the teaching of this activity to the Jivas of this world? What is it in this Lila? Do you understand? With the wives of others, performing this kind of activities, this is very low. Actually, this contaminates the society, this kind of behavior. Bhagavan came to the world to establish Varnashram Dharma because in the Gita Bhagavan says, I come every time that increasing irreligiosity, to protect the sadhus, destroy the demons, to establish the Dharma. I come every yuga. You know this. To protect the sadhus and to destroy the non-sadhus. So to establish the Dharma again. For this reason Bhagavan manifests. Sambhavami Juge Juge. Yuga after Yuga, millennium after millennium he's coming. But the shlok is saying Jadupati Bhagavan Shri Krishna, he is performing this kind of activities with the wives of others, laughing, joking with them, embracing, kissing, so many kinds of activities with them. This is not proper. This is not proper at all. This contaminates the society. The people of this world, what do they want? They want everybody to follow Shuddha Sadacharya, all the rules, all the proper behavior of the scriptures, etc. Those in this world who don't follow the rules, they are rejected by the society. The society sees them as completely fallen. Society does not accept this kind of behavior. When Parikshit asked this question, Shukadeva Goswami told Parikshit, Bhagavan is Svatanta Sachamai Purush, completely independent. Who can control to him? He is the supreme controller. Sachamai Purush. He is doing everything according to his own desires. He controls everything. Gurudeva, South Korea or North Korea, there is one. I forgot. North Korea, no? What is the name of the emperor? Kaun sa naam? Kim Jong is like maybe the dictator of North Korea. So Krishna is like this, like dictator. No one can. If anything speak against him, then we'll be shot. We'll get shot. He is independent and the supreme lord of all the universes. Who can understand his activities? Who can understand them? With his blink of an eye, all the universes are created and destroyed. We are seeing for so many years, so many long times, but for Lord is one very fraction of a moment. Brahmasamhita explains, in his one breath, like inspiration, inhalation, all the universes are like exhalation. All the universes are created when he inhales. All universes come back up inside him. So for him, it's just one breath, time of one breath. So his Sarat means independent, and he's always established in his own form. And he's always manifest, always effulgent. Great demigods like Brahma, etc. They are doing pranams at his lotus feet. How many Digpal, protector of directions? Whatever you see, sun is rising, setting. It's because of his desire only. So why does he do this? Give up this kind of thoughts, questions. Just remember, he's Swatanta Satchamay Purush, controller and independent Lord. Oh, I'm not ready to accept this. Oh yeah? Okay, so I'll tell you one thing. These Gopis actually, they are himself, Krishna himself, in the form of, they're Krishna himself in the form of Gopis. Because there's no difference between Shakti and Shaktiman. And the Gopis, they are Sakti. So he is performing with himself, this kind of pastimes with himself. So this is called Lila. For the Lilas, what is going on? Not Lila, but karma fal baddha. The conditioned soul is completely bound by the fruits of the karma. So the jiva, whatever the jiva does, he will have to suffer the consequences. The jiva has a consequence. Karma fal baddha. I will give an example. Just like a boy playing with his own shadow. Bhagavatam describes this. Jata arbakam, just like a boy. The Gopis saying, when Akrura came to bring Krishna, came to take Krishna Balarama from Vrindavan to Mathura, so Nanda Maharaj announced, tomorrow early in the morning, Krishna and Balaram, they will go with Akrura in his chariot to Mathura. So they were still in Vrindavan, but this was announced. And the next day early in the morning they'd go. Krishna was still in Vrindavan, he is not in Mathura, he hasn't gone yet. But the Maharaj announced that early in the morning, next day they would go. Only hearing this was enough to make the Gopis cry, feeling so much separation. There are many kinds of separation. One is bhavi Viraha, another bhavana Viraha, and another bhavya Viraha. So many kinds. Krishna is still in Vrindavan, but tomorrow he'll go. So this is future separation, bhavi viraha. Bhavi viraha, how Krishna will go. They heard this information and they felt so much separation for Krishna because of their love. Just when they heard this was enough to make them faint. And tomorrow Krishna will go. They even fainted just with the idea of it. And all the Gopis started crying so much. This verse is explaining what they said at the time. The Gopis, they blamed the Creator, Providence. They abused the Providence, the Creator, my God. You have no mercy in your heart. Hey Providence, you have no mercy. You made us meet our beloved Govinda, but our love is not yet mature. And before our prem is mature, you're already separating us. I'll give you an example. One person is 90 years old, gives up the body. We feel upset, of course. Like someone's parents, they're like old, but they give up their body. You're upset, but you don't feel so much upset because it's like natural, that age and everything. But imagine a young boy dies. You feel even more upset, isn't it? More. So in the same way, the Gopis, they're crying because of this mood. They told, hey Creator, hey Brahma, you made us meet with our beloved Govinda. But you don't have mercy in your hearts because you made us meet like you made us meet Govinda, but you're so cruel because you're separating us from him. So we met Govinda, but the prema is not yet mature. Our love is not mature, and before that you have snatched Krishna from us. You have separated us. So you are so cruel, hey Providence. So I want to say is that separation nourishes the meeting so much. So there are three kinds of separation. Bhavi viraha, future separation, bhavana viraha, present separation, and bhavya viraha, past separation. These words are used. So tomorrow Krishna will go. Now he's still here with me, with us. But just because tomorrow he will go, this is future, right? So it's bhavi viraha. How will we be able to survive without him? Bhavana viraha is present separation. When Akrura put Krishna Balarama in the chariot and they started proceeding to Mathura, that time Krishna was going. Gopis protested. They put themselves in the middle of the road. They stopped eating, like, como é que fala greve em inglês mesmo? Greve? Strike. Like they did strike, like protesting. They stopped eating everything. They just put themselves in the middle of the road to not allow the chariot to go. I will not allow you to go, like a strike, like a protest in the middle of it. If you want to go, you have to cross this chariot on top of us. Like, you have to cross this, you have to like go over us, over our bodies. So this kind of separation. Akrura, what did he do? When the Gopis, they surrounded the chariot on the ground and everything, then Akrura was still taking the chariot, but like trying to deviate, like to dodge from the Gopis. But some acharyas explain that actually the wheels of the chariot touched the body of the Gopis. Like he crossed over their bodies. But this is not like physical, it's like in emotions. In a gross way, Akrura did not hurt the Gopis. He didn't rode the chariot over the body of the Gopis, but in a subtle way, it's described that he did actually went over their bodies with the chariot. Because this was in a sentiment, in mood's way, in a mood. But this was offense he made to the Gopis. The offense he made. That's why later his intelligence was lost. When do you lose your intelligence? If you commit offense to the lotus feet of a great personality. We cannot see, but in a very subtle way. If you commit offense to the feet of a great saint, you will lose your intelligence, So the jewel, one Lila of Dwaraka, so there was one jewel that Akrura didn't steal it, but he was involved in that situation. Anyway, he had a bad consequence in his life because of doing this with the Gopis. It's explained. Okay, so Viraha, bhavana Viraha. What is bhavya Viraha? Past separation. Krishna is gone, Gopis are crying for him. Good samai? Krishna had already left and the Gopis were feeling separation. It's past. Like Krishna is gone. Many days. Bhavya Viraha. But the Gopis still continue feeling separation from him. Like he's not there, the situation is past, but still they're feeling that separation. So this is Bhavya Viraha. Like in Brahmana Gita also, in the Brahmana Gita we see this mood. And the meeting, also there is also the three kinds. Bhavi Milan, Bhavan Milan, Bhavya Milan. Future, present and past meeting. So, one verse, all this is inside. Angika-darshana means what? Brahmaji. Like the first poet, original. Actually, Lord put all the knowledge in his heart. Narayana with the Chatushloki Bhagavatam, the 4 main shlokas of the Bhagavatam. Narayana gave all knowledge to Brahma. Sometimes God does not manifest directly, but indirectly the things. He'll manifest indirectly. The mercy, Hardika, bhakta, aloka-dana. The mercy of Guru and Bhagavan, we can get it in 3 ways. Hardika, bhakta, and aloka-dana. The mercy of Guru and Bhagavan you can get in 3 ways. So, Hardika means in the heart. He doesn't say anything externally. When the Jivas surrender to Guru and Bhagavan, when you completely and absolutely surrender to Guru and Krishna, what happens in that moment? All the Shakti comes in your hearts to you. Yeah, Shakti comes in your heart. This is Hardika. Narayana Chatusloki Bhagavatam. So Narayana manifests all the tattva in the heart of Brahma. Aloka-dana, bhachik, the second way, by his words. Guru says, may Krishna Bhakti appear in your heart. And that's it. For example, Baladeva Prabhu cut the head of Ugrasrava. Baladeva Prabhu cut the head of Romaharsana, and the son of Romaharsana called Ugrasrava Sutta was there. Baladeva gave all knowledge to Ugrasrava Sutta. Baladeva came in that assembly house. Then the father, this Romaharsana, was reading the Purana, Romaharsana Sutta. He was reading the Puranas, like glorifying the Puranas. He was not speaking the Bhagavatam, he was speaking the Purana Katha. So when he used to glorify the Harikatha, his body would become full of horripilation, loma, like Romaharsana. Loma means like pores of the hair on the skin. So he would be completely goosebumps, horripilation, like ecstasy, symptom. But when Baladeva came, Romaharsana didn't respect him, give respect. So Baladeva was angry, took one kusha grass and chopped off his head. Cut off his head with the kusha grass. Everyone was in shock. Well, now who is going to tell us Harikatha if he died? Then Baladeva. So the son of Romaharsana was there. His name was Ugrasrava Sutta. His name is Ugrasrava because he would listen to the Harikatha with so much attention. We are listening to the Harikatha or not? Are you hearing with greed? Your eyes are open, but you're thinking about another thing. I can see in your forehead. Your eyes tell me, what are you thinking about? You cannot hide it, you cannot. And still you're opening your phone and checking your phone during the class. Is this proper hearing? The Harikatha? But the son of Romaharsana, what was his name? Ugrasrava Sutta. He would hear with so much eagerness. Every word he would drink, completely absorb each word that was being said in the katha. So Baladeva Prabhu put him sitting on the Vyasasana and told, may all tattva appear in your heart. All tattva will appear in your heart. So even though he was a boy, this Ugrasrava Sutta started giving the Harikatha about Veda, Purana, Bhagavatam, everything. Okay, first Hardika in the heart, bhachik by words. Third, aloka-dana, matlab means by his glance. Whatever his glance falls upon, whatever Notam Bhagavat looks at, automatically in the heart of whoever he's looking, prema manifests. In the heart of whoever he's looking at, prema manifests in the heart of this person. Mahaprabhu showed these 3 examples of mercy at the same time. Hardika, Vachika and aloka-dana. Mahaprabhu was walking in the Jarikanda forest. Lions or tiger were sleeping. Mahaprabhu touched with the feet, like on the tiger. Touched his feet in the tiger foot. And then tiger woke up. Krishna, bhachika, this mercy by words. Tell Krishna name. Tiger automatically spoke Krishna's name, started dancing. So by his words, Mahaprabhu made prema appear in the heart of the tiger. So the tiger started saying Krishna Krishna and started dancing. Aloka-dana means by his glance. Just by giving darshan, prema appears in everyone's hearts. One Mahaprabhu was traveling to South India. Everyone saw the beautiful form of Mahaprabhu, everyone was attracted. And whatever the vision of Mahaprabhu would fall upon, like whatever he would look at, everyone had prem. Everyone developed prem. That's why in the Mangalarati we're praying. Shubha drishti koro Prabhu. Oh God, please give me your merciful glance upon me. Shubha drishti, upon me. Auspicious glance. May we have Sumangala Arati. A means directly. Rati Prem. May Prema appear in my heart. So beautiful. In the book Shri Krishna Bhavanamrita and in the book Govinda-lamrita, this song of Mangalarati is actually the essence of the Govinda-lamrita and Shri Krishna Bhavanamrita, the song of Mangalarati written by Shri Bhakti Pragyana Keshava Maharaj. And then Bhaktivinoda Thakur also said in the Arati song, beautiful moods, so beautiful, shown in these songs. Nana Vida Alankara has two meanings. How should be the darshan that you have from God? Angika-darshana, and another is alankara-darshana. Angika-darshana is the form of Lord. His body limbs are so beautiful, just like the Om form. You know Om? You see Bhagavan as like an Om. What is the shape of the Om? Like a circle shape. Actually, scriptures explain you should see Bhagavan in this way. It means you should look at God like first from once, like just explaining, from the feet and then go up like this and then to Radharani, like in the circle shape like the Om. So Bhagavan has also beautiful nupur, anklets. So you start in the feet, then you go up looking at him, how his beautiful bodily limbs, how beautiful his everything upon him, about him. So this is Angika-darshana, you see like the body of Lord. Then alankara-darshana. So there are also 20 kinds of alankaras. You must know them. Bhavi, bikop, killing kids. This kind of moods. Krishna see these moods become so pleased. Krishna becomes completely mesmerized by these moods. It's like churning his heart. like these moods completely turn the heart of Krishna. For example, we take the yogurt. If we turn the yogurt, the more you like move that stick or something like that, the yogurt starts like moving, turning. The heart melts. The more your heart melts, the more the prema madhurya will manifest. If your heart is hard, then this prema madhurya will not manifest. Your heart should be very pure, spotless. Then these bhavas will come, manifest. Why is our heart so hard? Because of the lust and anger, our heart is polluted, contaminated. Then, because of the offenses also, the heart becomes so hard. Even Krishna is happy seeing these moods of Radha and the Gopis. He feels so much bliss. Krishna feels a lot of happiness, bliss, but the Gopis feel even more happiness than Krishna. Huh? Krishna or Shrimati Radhika? Okay, so Krishna is very happy and Shrimati Radhika is much like happy than him. Then Krishna becomes more happy than her. Like it's a competition, remember? Who is... remember when the train door opens, doors of the train? Everyone's like pushing, pulling to try to get inside the train. Who will go inside the train first and get the seat? It's like competition, like everyone's running. But in the Western countries, no one is like this. In a line, one by one, go inside very peacefully. But in India, because there are many people also, and limited spaces and limited things, so isn't it? So maybe you have to wait 1 hour for the next train, isn't it? Because the infrastructure is not that well here, not that good, isn't it? Like so much traffic jam, you have to wait for 2 hours, 30 minutes road, like a 30 minutes journey, you take like maybe 2 hours because of... But in Western countries, not like this. Sometimes also happens, but not like this so much as like here. And in this, there's so much trouble in these things. It's true or not? That's why if the person gets one opportunity, the person... Competition too, who can go inside first? What? Bateria? Tem cabo? Who will go inside first? Sometimes they don't even allow you to go out because so many people cannot even go out of the train. Isn't it? It's very hard sometimes to come out of the train because there's so many people like near the door and everything, cannot even... So much competition is there. So Krishna manifests a beautiful form. Shrimati Radhika manifests 2 times and 4 times more beautiful form. Then Krishna manifests a form also more beautiful than Shrimati Radhika. Then she manifests again a form more beautiful than Krishna. The competition is going on between them. So what I was talking about. Aloka-dana. Oh, I was talking about the darshan of the deity. One is Angika-darshana. Each part of the body of Lord is so beautiful. And also the ornaments in his body limbs are also so beautiful. Gorgeous. One slok of the Bhagavatam, Gopis are saying, Krishna has such a beautiful lotus face. Earrings in his ears. Gopis say these earrings are not only earrings. These earrings, actually, they are actually a net to catch a bird. Like if you want to hunt a bird, you put like a web or net hanging from something. So it is like something heavy just to hold the web or the net. So these earrings of Krishna are only like holding the net to catch the bird. Like means they're like a like his body is so beautiful. Angika-darshana and alankara-darshana. They're like a trap. His earrings are like a trap. His earrings. And also bhava alankara is also there. Those were beautiful, no need ornaments actually. Those were not beautiful, then they need ornaments. What did I say? Who is putting makeup? Those were... The person who is not beautiful is putting makeup. So she has to put artificial beauty. She wants to be attractive in an artificial way. This is for not. Yes. Like a Putana transformation. Putana came with makeup on. Putana didn't come in her own form. She came in a beautiful form like Lakshmi. Directly from the beauty parlor, Putana came to Vrindavan. Bhagavan Krishna has such a beautiful form. He doesn't need to go to beauty parlor. The Gopis also, they're so gorgeous. They're gorgeous, they don't need to apply anything. Why do we put in this world? Because everything is changeable in this world. And we don't want to show that, we don't want to show that we're getting old, basically. Do you understand? We don't want to show that things are changing in our body. We're becoming old, but you don't want to show you're getting old. This is the thing. Your hair is white. You don't want to show your white hair. Because people tell you you're old. I remember one thing. I heard this from the lotus mouth of Gurudeva. I think in America or somewhere, Gurudeva, there was an Indian person there. He had like the same age of Gurudeva, this person. Gurudeva is Indian, so Gurudeva told, "Oh, I'm old, I'm getting old." Gurudeva also told this man what Gurudeva told. You're becoming old. Then the person became so angry. Oh, he started crying even. I don't need this kind of guru. I don't need this kind of guru that will call me old. I don't need a guru like this. Gurudev told it. So how sensitive people are or can be, isn't it? The person is like 18, 90 years old, but they don't want to hear that they are like old. They don't want to accept it. Then Gurudev started, was laughing for 5 minutes continuously, Gurudev, after this. Gurudev just told, I'm also becoming old. I'm now like this age. My health is not so good because of the age. And after saying this, Gurudev just said, you're also becoming old. You're also getting old. And he didn't say like laughing or anything. He just said very seriously and directly, Gurudev said, straightforward. So this world is like this. We don't want to show what is going on. But whatever is happening, no one can stop it. Time will come and you'll have to die and everything. So we're trying to stop this. We're trying to hide our old age, but you cannot hide so like forever. But Bhagavan doesn't have old age. God doesn't get old. Lord never gets old. He's always ever fresh, newly beautiful form. The Jivas, they are always changing, like dwindling, but Bhagavan doesn't get old. He doesn't never change. He does not ever change. Abhikari does not transform. The Jivas, they have growing up, 6 or 8 transformations the Jivas have. Like growing up, birth, growing up, adult, old age, die, these transformations. But Bhagavan never has these kind of things. It's always young. Bhagavan Ramachandra for 11,000 years, he was the king. Did he became old or some beard came, like he grew some beard or white hair or something like that? No. Bhagavan Krishna also, for 125 years he was in the earth. Mahaprabhu also, how long? For 48 years. Still so beautiful body. That's why it's an offense to call a Jiva Bhagavan or Bhagavana Jiva. Bhagavan has always his ever fresh, newly beautiful form. Always in his beautiful form. He's fixed. In the Western countries, if you ask a woman, if you tell a woman then that she's old, it's everything over for you. If you tell a woman, but even in India this also happens. You can never tell a woman that she's old. Isn't it true? Like if you say, she will be very big consequence for you. So Lord has such a beautiful form. ever fresh, newly beautiful form. Just a particle of his beauty is enough to mesmerize, enchant all the limited universes. Only one particle of his beauty means one particle of his beauty is more beauty, much more than all the beauty of all the limited universes together. His form is so beautiful. About Krishna Janma Lila, some people were coming to see Krishna and some people had already seen him and were going away. Those who were still coming, when they met those who had already seen Krishna on the way. They had seen Balgopal. So those who were going to see Krishna, so the people who were going to see Krishna on the way, they met those who had already seen him. So they asked, how is the Lala? How is the son of Nanda Maharaj? How is the Lala? They couldn't even give answer. The feeling when you see Krishna, you cannot explain this feeling in words. What is it? That's why they say Nanda Maharaj had one bliss, not one son. Like the bliss personified came to him. They didn't say Krishna was born or a son was born. The direct embodiment of Ananda bliss manifested in the house of Nanda Maharaj. Directly the embodiment of bliss, Ananda. And it's something indescribable, we cannot explain with words. For example, we feel happy seeing something, for example. What is this Ananda? It's some feeling. It's a feeling you feel. Like you see something and you feel some happiness, right? So you feel the happiness. So prema, love. You know the dumb person, dumb. Those who cannot speak, mute. If you ask them, how was that rasgulla? How was that sweet? What do they all say? Tell. They will say, oh, it was sweet, very nice, sweet. The person who is dumb or mute, what he will say? He'll do like this. He'll explain like this. Is it true or not? So seeing Bhagavan is also, you feel so much bliss. You cannot even speak. So this kirtan in Hindi, Nanda ko Ananda bhayo. Nanda Maharaj, instead of getting a son, he got the bliss personified. Jai Kanela. And giving donations, horses, elephants, and palanquins. Ananda is something which cannot be explained. Just like a dumb person or a mute person is explaining his mood without even words. Because it's unexplainable. Cannot describe with words. When you hear about Mahaprabhu's katha, Mahaprabhu was so beautiful. He was gorgeous. He was so tall. He had, from his own measurement of his own hands, tip of the finger until elbow, he had 4 times one hand. We have 3.5. Hand means tip of finger until elbow is one hand. Even one baby who just took birth, if you measure his body, from his own hands means tip of finger to elbow, measure this size, he'll have 3.5 this measurement. In the time of your death, how much they'll give you space when you die? Only that, even less they give. Less? They give less, like less than your height. Anyway, I think like for those who are being buried, Gurudev is mentioning this, but anyway. so much bliss in Krishna, I am Mahaprabhu. So why was not I born in the time where Mahaprabhu performed pastimes? If I had seen Mahaprabhu, automatically Prem would manifest for me in my heart. In Prakat Lila, Mahaprabhu gave Prem to everyone. He didn't spare anyone. He gave to everyone, really. Advaita Acharya says, everyone already got this like rice. Everybody's crazy with the rice. So much rice in the market. Everyone is already mad. That letter Advaita Acharya wrote to Mahaprabhu. He said, Mahaprabhu, actually he wanted to say, yeah, already you gave Prem to everyone. Everyone has got. There's no one else to take it because already everyone has got. It's like you're distributing sweets. Distributing, not like everybody already has. Yesterday I wanted to give it to one kid and he didn't want to eat more. I said, open your mouth. Then he didn't want, but even his mother took a picture. Yesterday, come. Yesterday this happened. He didn't want to take more than sweets. The boy didn't want to take the sweets anymore. So Mahaprabhu also gave Prem to everyone, and Advaita Acharya told him, Prabhu, you can go back to your own abode now. You can finish your pastimes here because already everyone has got the Prem. You can go back to the Nitya Dham, transcendental world. Because Advaita Acharya had called Mahaprabhu. Why? So one of the reasons why Mahaprabhu came was the calling of Advaita Acharya, Avahan. Because he is Mahavishnu and also Sadashiv. When Shuddha Bhakta calls, Bhagavan comes. We try to call Bhagavan, he's not coming. But if the Shuddha Bhakta calls, he comes. Advaita Acharya called. The calling of Advaita Acharya. Well, that was one of the main reasons why Mahaprabhu came. Bhagavan comes when the Shuddha Bhakta prays to him and calls him. So the same Advaita Acharya, when he wrote these verses, saying that like everyone is already mad, has gone crazy. Baul means crazy, mad with love actually. Those who are from the Baul Sampradaya, they're saying this applies for them. But this is actually Apa Sampradaya. Al, Baal, Karta, Bhaja, there are 13 of Apa Sampradayas. Baal actually means mad with love. Mad by love. So Advaita Acharya was saying, Prabhu, already all the Jivas became maddened by the love, have gone crazy by the love you've distributed. So if those who are there when Mahaprabhu was in the world, they are super great fortune. They don't even do bhajan and sadhu, no need. Just his darshan is enough. But the same Advaita Acharya, now he's saying, Mahaprabhu, please go. Like you can go like this. Even if you see Mahaprabhu from far, Prema would manifest. Those who saw him from very far, even very, very far, darshan, you got Prem. You would get Prem. So why we're not in that time there, in that Lila, in the world? We were in other universe at that time. You tell me. Like we were here somewhere, right? In this material world. We were in some universe, we were wandering somewhere, but we were not there where Mahaprabhu was. So that's why our Acharya is saying. That's why we say, I don't know the mercy of Krishna, I don't know the mercy of Srimati Radhika. I don't even know the mercy of Mahaprabhu. That's why. I just know the mercy of my Guru Pada Padma. Sanatana Das Goswami developed Kusumanjali. He wrote this verse. This verse is actually applying for Guru Tattva. Varag Bhakti Rasa. Like I didn't want to drink the nectar of Bhakti Rasa, Sanatana Goswami forcefully made me drink it. But this shloka applies for all Guru Tattva. So Bhagavan has Achinta Shakti. He could have taken me in any universe and given me a place at his lotus feet. He has inconceivable potency. Like God could have do it if he wanted. He can do the impossible possible, right? Because he's Bhagavan, he can change anything that's happened. He can do everything. But he didn't give me this mercy at that time. Lord didn't give me this mercy. But my Guru Pada Padma, he's so merciful. I'm so proud. But even though I have also bad qualities, he gave me mercy. Parangura Maharaj, in one article, he told about Prabhupada, about his own Gurudev, Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada, describing the glory of his Guru in the lecture, in the article he told. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta, when he saw me, he would be so pleased. Why? Because I'm so unqualified. I am so unqualified. But they would see me and Gurudev would laugh. Why? Or smile. Why? Because, you know this. My heart has so many hearts. And just like anarthas, so much anarthas, so many, just like the Himalaya mountain, high as the Himalaya mountain, and Gurudev would like laugh or smile and see me. You know, because Mahabhagavats, they don't see any gross forms. Whatever they see their Ishtadev. If they see a small forest, they think this is Vrindavana. If they see a small river, this is Jamuna. Paranguru Maharaj wrote this, like explanation, quoting this verse. I had so many anarthas in my heart, just like a mountain, like a Himalaya mountain. Seeing this mountain of my anarthas, my Gurudev thought, oh, this is Giriraj Govardhan. Because he's a Mahabhagavat, so whatever he sees, he, even if small, some semblance is there, he will think about like Giriraj and Jamuna and everything. I had anarthas, a mountain of anarthas in my heart. Gurudev is thinking this mountain of anarthas is Giriraj Govardhan. You should read this article. I'm not saying, Bhakta Pragyan Kesha Goswami says, describing this move towards his Gurudev. My Gurudev, he was an Uttam Mahabhagavat. Do you understand? The Uttam Bhagavat, whatever they see, they remember their Ishtadev. And all the Lilas automatically manifest in his heart. If they see a beautiful woman, immediately he remembers the Gopis and starts crying because of the Gopis, thinking about the Gopis. And somebody asked me, tell me, so if they see an ugly woman, what do they think about? They think about Putana Bad Lila, oh, of course, isn't it? They will have spurtis of Bhagavat's pastimes. Putana was not ordinary. Put means pure, no. She was not pure, she was impure. But Bhagavan Shri Krishna, what did he do? Sent her to the topmost destination, Uttamagati, a very high destination. Apiyasadi, Vegatrim, Anyakam, Sharanam. Who does not want to touch the shelter of Krishna? Who doesn't want it? Putana came disguised of a woman. She was so ugly, actually. and she had kapat bhav, means she was faking. She was a hypocrite. She pretended to have vatsala bhav. Oh, I'll breastfeed you. But actually she had put the poison on her breasts, smeared poison. Bhagavan said, no problem. I'm Bhagavan. It's not a problem. Poison is not a problem. I'll not die. But at least you came to me. I'll not die because of the poison, but at least you came. She had come to kill him. But Bhagavan gave her the Uttamagat, high destination. Even performing austerities for thousand lives, you cannot subdue the lust and anger. It's not so easy, not at all easy. Even Brahma, Shiva and great yogis, even they cannot, even they fall down. But Bhagavan gave this high destination to Putana. She went to Golok, not in Vrindavan, Golok, like a nanny. This is a very high destination. So to come to the shelter of Lord is something so rare. And if you go to the shelter of Mahaprabhu, Mahaprabhu will send you where? Imagine. He'll give you two things. Go to Shatadvipa Maidam and also go to Vrindavan. So if you do bhajan of Radha Govinda under the guidance of Mahaprabhu, you have two lardus, one in each hand. Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains in Javadharma. You go to Vrindavan, you enter the Madhuri pastimes in Vrindavan at the same time. You go to Audarja Lila, Shatadvipa Dham at the same time. Audarja Lila and Madhura Lila at the same time. The specialty of Gaura Sundar is this. Especially in Kali Yuga, you can try anything, but if you don't take shelter of Gaura Sundar, you'll never be able to enter Braj. You can go here and there, but life after life. But one day you must come to the feet of Mahaprabhu. There's no other way like to go to Vrindavan except for Mahaprabhu. If you want to attain Braja Prem in this Kali Yuga, there's only one way. Maybe go here and there, blah, 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 blah. Takes many births, but one day you'll have to come to Mahaprabhu. You must come to him sooner or later to attain Vrindavan Dham. So those who have come, they are recipients of mercy of Mahaprabhu. All people who are taking shelter of Mahaprabhu and doing bhajan, they are not ordinary persons. They are all recipient of mercy of Mahaprabhu. Otherwise, they wouldn't be here. They would go, some people go to Karma Marga, Jnana Marga. Some people go here and there. But if you take shelter of Mahaprabhu and do bhajan, this is not ordinary at all. Maybe you're Indian or Westerner. There's no discrimination. Those who have taken shelter of Mahaprabhu and are doing bhajan, they are all recipients of mercy of Mahaprabhu. Without the mercy of Mahaprabhu, who would be able to come? Some people go to other sampradayas, Al, Bal, Karta, Bhaja, Apa Sampradaya, so many things are there. And they start worshipping any person who calls himself Bhagavan or somebody says he's Bhagavan. Isn't it? Without any evidence of the scriptures. Somebody says one person is Bhagavan or the person calls himself Bhagavan. and you start running behind this person. So what is his destination? Nothing. You have to go here and there again and again, life after life. But sooner or later you have to come to Mahaprabhu's shelter. Because if you want to attain Vraj Prem, if you have to attain Vraj Prem, you must come to Mahaprabhu. So you are super great fortune. Good fortunate. You are not ordinary persons. You are the recipients mercy of Mahaprabhu. Gora Sundara give mercy to all of you. Otherwise, how would you come to this line? And when you surrender to Mahaprabhu, automatically Radha Prem will come. Jata Jata Gora Padaravinda. Evidence in the scriptures is there. When you surrender to Mahaprabhu, immediately Radha Prem appears in your heart. So those who have come, whether they're Brazilians, American, British, from England, doesn't matter, from Indian or from anywhere, they have taken shelter of Mahaprabhu and they are doing bhajan. They are great, very good, fortunate, very fortunate, very fortunate, very lucky. Because without the mercy of Mahaprabhu, you wouldn't be able to come. They got the mercy of Mahaprabhu, that's why they came. Anukul Thakur. There are other groups of people, I'm not criticizing, like Kaun sa Baba? Swami Baba? Sai Baba, Sai Baba. He's not Bhagavan. Is he Bhagavan? No, he's not Bhagavan, Sai Baba. People think he's Bhagavan and worship him. Sai Baba. Another one? Kaun sa? So, they're not Bhagavan. Who is not Bhagavan? Sai Baba? Sai Baba is not Bhagavan. Another one? Swami Narayana. He's not Bhagavan also. There's no evidence of the scriptures. But people worship him as if he was. A person who is not Bhagavan and you worship him as if he was, then they must give the evidence. They are maybe speaking many things, but need to give evidence of the scriptures. Mahaprabhu is Bhagavan, and there is evidence in the scriptures for that. In the Veda, Purana, Upanishad, Bhagavad Gita, everywhere, there's evidence that Mahaprabhu is Bhagavan. All these people in India, so many things, they are not Bhagavan. There are symptoms of who is Bhagavan. Are you a human being or not? So there are symptoms of being a human being, like features. If you say a human being is an animal or an animal is a human being, it's not possible. Like each person is one different thing. So you're a human being and I call you animal. This is not right because you're a human being, not animal. So human being is a human being, animal is an animal. Are you a human being or not? What are you? We are human beings. In the same way, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Bhagavan. There is an evidence and there is a book explaining this. evidence of the scriptures why Mahaprabhu is Bhagavan. This is another book, not this book. So verse in the Bhagavatam describing Mahaprabhu. Krishna himself is chanting his own names. Tuisha means his complexion is not black, he's white. Bhagavan in Kali Yuga is not black, he's white. He's always chanting these two syllables, Krishna. There is the evidence in the scriptures. In Kali Yuga, Bhagavan is chanting the name Krishna. So some person is not chanting Krishna and other person tells he's Bhagavan. It's not proper because the shloka is saying Bhagavan in Kali Yuga chants Krishna. And he's performing the Sankirtan Jaga. Nama Sankirtan, always reciting Nama Sankirtan. And Mahaprabhu was like this, always Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. So all this evidence should be there. You think it's like you can call any person Bhagavan and just worship him? So all of you are very fortunate. Those who have came to the shelter and line of Mahaprabhu. But also you are very unfortunate. If you didn't follow the instruction of Mahaprabhu, commit offense, then you're thrown away. So you went up in the mountain, then again you fall to the basis of the mountain. Huh? Con?
Snake and ladder.
Snake and?
Ladder.
Snake and ladder. Um jogo. Tá. So you went to the top of the mountain, but then you fell down so you have to be careful with the offenses. You should do offense. Oh, bhajan without offense. You should do bhajan without offense. Today you make a giriraja, where is